The lights have just gone out on the street where I am as the curfew has come into force. The strategy of defiance here hasn't yet made contact with the enemy. But I keep thinking today about morale. What is the morale and motivation of the Russian forces? Because all this time they've been told that they were not going to invade Ukraine. They were on exercises. President Putin was clear that wasn't what they were going to do. And yet that is exactly what they've been told to do. And many of those Russian soldiers, well, they will have had grandparents who are Ukrainian, maybe even one parent Ukrainian, one parent Russian, because these two countries are very wound together. So it is interesting to think what on earth is going through their minds at the moment. We do know what is going through the minds of the Ukrainian Defense Forces. I spent quite a lot of time with them today. I talked to one young man who said, look, I have no nostalgia for the Soviet Union. I wasn't born then. I was born in a free, democratic, sovereign country called Ukraine. And that is what I am here to defend. He was one of the people I met at a checkpoint. This is how our day started. Not over their heads, but straight into their hearts. Volunteers train at a checkpoint south of Dnipro, Ukraine's third city. These are the men from the territorial defense. They're going to defend Dnipro because they know that the Russians could come in from Kharkiv to the north or from the south, from Mariupol. And that's why they're here today, preparing, getting ready, saying they will defend their city to the end. Russian tanks are still 200 kilometers away, but the Ukrainians are digging trenches, ready for the expected assault. The fact that President Zelensky has remained in Kiev despite the obvious risk has encouraged them.
President Biden, he said, we can take you from Ukraine, but he's still in Ukraine, he protects with us. So it's very like, you know, we feel this together.
So that's important to you, that President Zelensky has remained in Kiev?
Yeah, yes.
Why is it so important?
You know, when the first person of the Ukraine tell to the Russian president, we're ready for you, we're going to protect our land, we're strong. All people here like feel strong with our president.
Feel strong.
Yeah.
Further south, we pass a few military vehicles along a road that's safe, at least for now. We cross the massive hydroelectric dam at Zaporizhia. Soviet forces destroyed it in World War II to hold up the German advance. Could the same happen again? And on through the town with its wide central boulevard to the southern end, where they're sandbagging another checkpoint and recording a message to a world that sent more thoughts and prayers than weapons. No one could know when the Russians might come.
Тільки Всевишній знає. Тільки Всевишній. Як? Тому що їх б'ють і вони кружляють, вони розуміють, що їх Україна б'є їх з усіх сторін. Тому хто як, вони туди, їх там б'ють, вони крутяться, вони як бігають, як загнані криса, забув як англійською, ред.
Regular Ukrainian forces have been fighting in Melitopol and Mariupol to the south. They retain control of the cities, but civilians are increasingly anxious.
Я как раз нахожусь с восточной стороны Мариуполя, вот, и прилетают, да, и грады, и тяжелая артиллерия. Вот, фронт слышен очень такой интенсивный, особенно под утро. Ночь более-менее была спокойна, тихая даже. Как правило, в 5-6 часов утра начинаются обстрелы, вот, обоюдно. Но очень много наших войск, поддержка очень серьезная.
Most of his relatives left already, but he was bringing out his elderly father and another important member of the family. It's a David and Goliath struggle. But we remember that parable because David's victory was so unlikely. Normally, it's Goliath who prevails.